Hello, good evening. Welcome to Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Let's see. Welcome. Unmute mic. You have to unmute yourself, Ashley.
Hello.
Hi, Ashley. Okay, I'll mute you for now, but stay unmuted on your end, and then I'll mute you on this end. Okay. Well, good evening. Hello, Willie. Good evening. This is Wednesday, December 1st, so happy December. Excited to have you here with us. It is 12/1/21. I thought that was significant. I like that in today's date. So today on Wellness Wisdom Wednesday Live, we are going to be talking about hair, all kinds of things about hair. I don't think you can see my shirt. I'm going to have to stand up and show you. Dawne Horizon Spa and Wellness Center, healing from hair to toe. So we know that my job is helping people heal from the inside out naturally with God's medicine. And so that deals with all the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. And then Ashley, my daughter, she is here tonight as our guest. And she is a master stylist, I call her. She takes good care of me. And herself, as you can see. But she is a licensed cosmetologist. She is passionate about hair. She says that your crown is your glory, and it is her passion to help you to keep your crown looking beautiful. So I'll introduce her in a few minutes. I'm just glad to have her on here tonight. And it is wonderful. I'm excited to be able to do business with my daughters, with family. So that's really, really amazing. So I'm going to give like just a couple more seconds for people to come on. I don't know. Can you see the comments, Ashley?
No.
Lily said welcome.
Oh, maybe I need to click on that. Yes, I see.
Okay. This is my baby girl. Well, she's not the baby, but she's next to. Okay. So I have some diagrams. I have some information. I have some tips and strategies on helping you look beautiful. The thing about hair is, especially for women, but for men too, when you are losing hair, missing hair, it does something to your self-esteem. Obviously, it alters your look, your natural look that you're used to, whether it's men with fading or with balding at the crown or at the sides, or women with balding. So many people, many women especially, they're doing their hair back or they're doing their hair up, and then they begin to rub out the sides, or they begin to rub out the edges from pulling it so tight. And some of these styles that they have, like braiding and even crochets and things like that, when it's too tight, it pulls your hair out. But I'm going to let Ashley talk more about that in a few moments. I'm going to be talking about not so much the spiritual aspects, but about the physical aspects and the physiological aspects of hair loss, kind of what causes it. What are some of the things that you can do naturally if you're experiencing hair loss? And then I'm going to have someone write a call to action on what you would need to do, your next steps, how you can connect with me, how we can talk about whatever your problem is with your skin or your hair, and how we can get you to reach your goals, whatever that may be. And this is for men and women. Now, for those of you that may watch this on a replay, maybe you're not here live with us this evening, but you're going to catch it later. Do me a favor and put hashtag replay when you watch it and share it to your friends. Okay? Definitely take a moment to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're also streaming live on YouTube. And I'm going to press the button now for Instagram. So we're going to be all over the place, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I'm excited. I have so many notes here. Let me see what I want to say. Drinking water is important for your hair, right, Ashley?
Yes. Hair growth starts inside of the body. If your experiencing dry hair, dry scalp, you're probably dehydrated.
There you go.
Drink your
So,
water.
Ashley, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Ashley Johnson, or Styles by Ashley on Instagram. I am a licensed cosmetologist, master hairstylist, as my mom would say. I specialize in everything natural hair, anything, protective styling, wigs, weaves.
Can you see that?
You name it. So I have a home salon, my home salon location in Dumfries, and I also located in near Potomac Mills at Sensational Styles. And yeah.
Okay, so she has a home location and a business location. She is inside of Sensational Styles in Woodbridge, Virginia, right in the Potomac Mills Circle. So you could reach her on Instagram at Styles with a Z by Ashley. She has a wonderful array of pictures there and some videos of some of her clients. And who are your clients, Ashley?
My clients, be more specific with that.
Like, do you see men, do you see women, do you see children?
All ages, very kid friendly. I have clients from ages 3 to ages like 8 in the 80s. So
okay. And what are the hairstyle types that you do? And then tell me what's the one hairstyle type that you love.
I think I've pretty much done every hair type you can think of, from kinky hair, coily, curly, wavy, straight. Mm-hmm. My favorite probably to work with is curly or kinky because of the versatility and just, I don't know, it's more work, but it is fun to work with.
Okay. And now what are the hairstyle types that you do? Like, if people want to come to you, what can they get done to their hair?
They can get a silk press. They can get protective styles like soft locks, like how I have in my hair, braids, twists, lockery twist, weaves, wigs, lace fronts, perm rod set, relaxers, pretty much anything.
Okay. And is there a particular style type that is your favorite?
Probably lace fronts.
Okay. She's pretty good at it. Now tell me about the brand that you started with hair.
So my brand is SBA Hair, stands for Styles by Ashley. You can find me at sbahair.com. I sell luxury ready-to-wear wigs that are fully customized. Some are colored. You can build your own wigs. So yeah. But building your own wigs, I'm going to have it set up so that you can build your own wigs on the website. But if you would like to customize in something very specific that's not on my site, you can just give me a DM and I can make your vision come live.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, why did you get into doing hair? Why did you choose this as a career path?
Well, it's something that I've always enjoyed doing, or just wanting to learn for myself. I don't know. It's just always been a passion of mine.
Mm-hmm. I often say when you're downstairs or I can't find you in the house that, oh, she's down in the lab. And I love to watch you because I've taken pictures and you're like, oh, mom, because I love to watch you enjoying what it is that you're doing. I love that you get up, you do what you have to do. No one needs to tell you or remind you. You have your schedule worked out, whether your clients are coming or what is needed to prepare for those clients, and just watching you get ready. It's like you have a bounce in your step. I don't even know if you notice it, but I notice it. And so it just gives me such a joy too, as your mom, to know that you're doing something that you're passionate about and that you love. And this is a great trade as an entrepreneur, to be able to do hair. And I think it's a little bit more for you than that. So I'll just kind of lead you into this one. You mentioned to me at one point, helping women to feel more beautiful inside and out, or self-esteem and things like that. Can you speak on that as to, why you're doing this, why you're so passionate about doing hair?
Yes. So every girl knows, every woman knows that when you got your hair done, you feel good. And I feel the same exact way. My hair is not done. I don't feel as much as myself. I don't feel as confident. So I just want everyone to feel as confident and as beautiful as they should feel all the time by doing their hair.
Okay. So
And that also comes in with wigs. I have clients who have alopecia, and wigs are their go-to. So I like to make it look as natural as possible. Not everyone needs to know that you're wearing a wig.
Right.
So that you can feel good about yourself.
That's good. And that's why you doing hair is even a great addition to the spa and wellness center. And that's why I say, helping your body heal, or helping to beautify you from your hair to your toes, because like you said, your hair looking good is part of who you are, is part of how you show up to the world. You're your own representative, right? And when your hair is not the way that you want it, obviously that's going to affect your confidence, your self-esteem. It's going to affect how you show up. And I'm really big with talking to my clients about showing up authentically, like being your real true self. And I do my best to do that as well. And I can also say, when my hair is not done, I am not feeling right. Like, it really does affect you. And so it is important. And so I think it's a good addition to the spa because it's part of wellness, right? It's part of our whole total overall wellness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. The same thing for men. The same thing for men. Men are very self-conscious about their hairline. They're very self-conscious about losing hair. So it's not just a women thing. It's a men thing as well. And I think that men's confidence and self-esteem is also affected by hair growth or hair loss. So I'm going to get into a little bit of the science or a little bit of physiology regarding hair growth. And anytime, Ashley, you want to jump in, or you want to add something, or you want to suggest a protective style or something like that, feel free to jump in, okay?
Okay.
So at the end of our talk, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to provide you a link. I have some information that I'm giving you. It's probably about 20 steps or 20 different things that you can do if you're experiencing any kind of hair loss, whether it's alopecia, like Ashley mentioned, whether your sides are coming out, your edges, whether your hair is thinning. Hormones play a big part in hair loss. And so we can help with the hair loss as well by balancing your hormones. And then women growing hair where they're not supposed to, like let's say your facial hair, chin hair, mustache. Women are not supposed to have hair on their face. And so some women do because their hormones are imbalanced. So there are many different hormones, but we focus on the main ones, which is like estrogen and testosterone. Those are the main two ones that everyone knows. Estrogen is female, testosterone is male. But every male and female, we have all of the hormones. We just have them in different levels. So, for example, men have testosterone. That's their dominant hormone in their body. And so they also have estrogen, but they're going to have a lower amount of estrogen. For men whose estrogen is too high, they may start to develop breasts. Now, breasts can also develop if they are overweight and obese. That's kind of a given. But also, if their estrogen levels are not at the levels that they should be for a man, they can begin to grow breasts. Okay. And so that would be an indicator that the hormones are out of balance. But while I mention that, let me just tell you really quickly. If you're having problems sleeping, if you're having very dry skin, if you're very low energy, if you're not sleeping well at night, those are some of the basic things that you can look for. Also, your sex drive, usually under sex drive, not as much over, but either way, it could be a hormonal imbalance. Okay. So if you're experiencing any of those things, you might want to start now to think about or get in touch with me. And let's have a conversation about your hormones, because it's very, very important. Hormones affect your mood, your sex drive, your sleep, your hair growth or hair loss, and also your energy level. Okay, so very, very important to have your hormones balanced. For women mostly, but men also, once you get around the age of sometimes 40, because some women go into menopause a little earlier, but typically around 50 and over, you really begin to experience signs of menopause. Depending on your lifestyle and how healthy you eat or not, can also affect your hormones and whether you're going to go into premenopause or just straight into menopause. Okay. So premenopause means like you're having it earlier than 50. You're having it earlier than typically you should. Okay. So there are a lot of natural things that you can do. And I specialize in this because that's something that's very important to me, to help men and women to experience a quality of life. And if your hormones are imbalanced and you're not sleeping well and you're very moody or your moods are all over the place, you're very anxious, depressed, what have you, that's not a quality of life. You're not showing up to the world at your best and you're not feeling your best. And so I want to be able to help people to bring balance to their life and to their health, by feeling their best. And one of the ways to do that is to help to balance the hormones. So tonight we're specifically talking about hair, but I want you to know that your hormone imbalance can definitely affect your hair. So again, if women have too much testosterone, they can grow facial hair because that's one of the characteristics of a man, right? Facial hair. So if a woman has too much testosterone, then she can begin to have more facial hair, chin hair, things like that. And so there are ways. So you could say, pluck it, shave it, wax it, thread it, all of those things. And that's a quick fix to the symptom. But I always talk about getting to the root of the problem. Once you get to the root of the problem, all of the fruits will go away. So the fruit is to have the facial hair for a woman because she's not supposed to. But the root is that her hormones are imbalanced and it's causing her to grow facial hair. So you can either continue to cut facial hair all the time or wax it every time that you see the facial hair come up, or you can work on the root cause and never have to have facial hair again for women. And then the reverse for men, if they're losing their hair or they're growing breasts, then they have a hormonal imbalance too. And so we can take certain supplements. There's certain essential oils that you can use that can help you to balance your hormones naturally without any negative side effects, which is a great thing. So be wary and do lots and lots of research before you think about any hormone growth type things. Think about first, do your research first. Feel free to use me to reach out to me and to check with me before you try those products or you make any type of medical decision like that or anything that can't be easily reversed. Because what I can recommend to you can be reversed. Like I said, there's little to no side effects. It's all natural. It's healthy. It's going to work with your body to bring balance to your body. Your body is always looking for a homeostasis. And basically, that's just a balance. That's just like an evenness in your body that your body is looking for. All of your organs, they're looking for that balance. They all work together in sync, and they're looking for a healthy balance. And anytime our body gets out of balance, that opens up the door to dis-ease. And it's the same thing with hair. And so if your body's out of balance, it's going to show up in your hair. Ashley, can you add anything to that? Well, I know you did mention about, water and the importance of water for your hair. Can you just comment on that again? And we
Definitely water. I had a client a couple of weeks ago. I was giving her a silk press, so I had already washed the hair and everything. So I know that it wasn't dandruff. She just had a really, really dry scalp. So I asked her, do you drink a lot of water? And she says, no, not really. So I'm like, she doesn't drink water. This makes so much sense. So I just encourage her to drink more water because it'll show one way or another if you're not drinking enough water.
Yeah, so true. And even with your skin, now obviously your scalp and your skin is connected, right? It's part of the integumentary system. So if your arms are dry, if your skin is really dry, and it's always dry, or you're getting ashy, or you're even getting ashy in the summertime, that's not just ash. Like that's not just because of cold weather. We all tend to get more dry in the cooler months. In this time of the year, fall and winter, because it's cold outside and our skin reacts to that. And it's very important still to have water. So if you are dehydrated, it's going to show up in your skin also. So it could be very dry skin on your body. It could be itchy. It could get scaly. It can also, lead to eczema and psoriasis and things like that. So water is very important for so many things, but definitely to keep your body hydrated, to help you to have healthy hair, to help you to have healthy skin. But because your body is like 80% water, your organs need water. You need water to sleep. You need water to digest your food and so on. So make sure that you're getting water in. And also a little plug here, healthy water, not just any water. You want to drink healthy water. I have an electrolyzed water machine. I highly recommend Kangen water, distilled water, even if you're buying water from the store, and alkaline water. I want you to be wary though of so many of these companies that are promoting alkaline water. They know that this is trending, right? They know that this is something that people are looking for. But I want to say this to you, and I want you to really think about it. When water comes out of the pipe, the tap, the spring, the whatever, it has a certain pH balance. So whatever they're doing to alkalinize it will help the water to be alkaline, but not forever. Okay, so it is for a time. So when we're purchasing these different alkaline waters, you know them by name. We don't know when the water was filtered, purified, or alkalinized. So we have no idea of the time frame of when the water was made to when it's coming to your house or to when you're picking it up at the store, the shelf life and so forth. So be wary of water that's like 9.0, 11.0 water, because let me tell you, if it was truly 9.5 or 11.0 water, you would be sick because you would be detoxing too fast. So be very wary before you purchase, cases and things of this nature of this water, because it's not 9.5. And in actuality, it wouldn't be healthy for you. So even when I got my water machine, we had to be on 8.0 for like 30 days. And then after that, we increased.
It started at 8.5.
8.5. And then it was 9.0. We can do that for another 30, 45 days, and then 9.5. So we couldn't just jump into 9.5 like, oh, I want to alkalize my body. Let me do 9.5 water. No, because it would detox you. And it would detox you too fast. Many of us are toxic from the things that we put on our body, on our scalp, on our hair, different shampoos and conditioners. And I want you to talk about that in a minute, like sulfates and parabens and things of that nature. So our skin being our largest organ, everything we put on our skin has an absorption rate. So we have to be careful, not just of the things that we eat and drink, but also the things that we put on our skin. Being your largest organ, if you're putting a lot of chemicals on your skin, they're being absorbed slowly but surely into your body, and they're going to have effect on your body, and eventually they're going to have an effect on your organs. And this is why I really advocate for pure natural body products. Okay, pure natural body products, pure natural hair products. Okay, don't just read the label. Don't just listen, to it because it says pure or it says healthy or it says natural. You have to actually read the ingredients and do some research, ask some questions. Ashley, can you speak about that regarding like shampoo, conditioner, and chemicals of that nature?
Yes. So for anything you want to avoid parabens and sulfate. Paraben is chemicals used in most shampoos and conditioners, and that's just used to preserve the shampoo or conditioner from growing mold or fungus or anything like that. So we know that any preservative is not really good for us, just like in food. And sulfates is kind of what is used to like make it lather a lot. Not all shampoos have that, even though they do lather. But the thing about sulfates, it's the key ingredient that dries your hair, like how alcohol may be on your skin. That's how sulfate is on your hair.
That's really good. That's really a good analogy too. So we have a line of pure natural products. that can be very helpful for your hair, shampoos and conditioners. So I'm going to talk about some essential oils. And so there are some essential oils that can help balance your hormones. They can also help with itchy, dry scalp. They can help with alopecia and hair loss. It also help to promote hair growth. And so I have a whole list here. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to get this list of 20 things that you can do at home to help with hair growth or to help prevent hair loss, put your email in the comments, or you can email me at dawnhorizon@gmail.com. So I want to show you a chart, and I want to talk a little bit more about essential oils. Okay, so this is a chart here. Hope that you can see it. It's just showing you like a top view and a side view. I'm going to show this to the Instagram viewers also. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that every part, okay, let me go back. So you know reflexology. So there's a map of your hand, there's a map of your feet, there's a map of your eyes, there's a map of your face, of your spine, of your hair. So this, or your scalp rather. So this is a map of your scalp. Okay, so this is telling you different areas of your scalp and where it correlates to organs in your body. This is just so amazing to me. So this whole front part, like of your, this is not your crown. Your crown is up here in the middle, but this whole front part of your head here is from the excretory system. That's where you're releasing bile, you're releasing toxins from your body. Okay, that includes your kidney and your bladder and also your sex organs. That's all up here. So if a person is losing their hair there, or they're having extreme itching or extremely oily, then that could mean that they need to do some detoxification in that area. Okay. Jonda, correct that email for me, please. It's no S on dawnhorizon@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Jonda's taking notes for me. Thank you so much. Okay, so the front part here has to do with your excretory system, your kidney, your bladder, and your sex organs. So again, if you're having an issue in any of those areas, it might show up here with your hair, oily scalp, extra dry, or hair loss, okay? And vice versa. If you see a problem up here, then you may want to take a look and say, okay, maybe I need to do a cleanse. Okay, what's going on, right? Okay, now the sides of your hair. Now, sometimes this happens, like I was saying earlier, for women who are pulling their hair back all the time, right, Ashley? Or you're doing protective styles, but when you put them in, they're too tight. And so they're literally pulling out your hair. I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about when your body begins to release the hair follicles. That's what I'm talking about. And so when you're missing hair here on the sides, that has to do with your lungs, your large intestines, and your respiratory system. If you are someone that suffers with asthma or allergies or COPD, emphysema, anything like that, it may be that you don't have hair on the sides here, or it's very thinning and you have hair loss. This is how the body correlates together, one with another. Something shows up in one place, you'll be able to find it in another place in the body. The body tells on itself. Why? Because it's always looking for homeostasis. It's always looking for balance. The body always wants to heal itself. So again, if you're missing hair on the sides, men and women and children, it has to do with your lungs, your large intestines, your respiratory system. Now, this is not to scare you and say, oh, I have a problem with my lungs. I have a problem with my intestines. No, but there's something that you need to take a look at. And generally, some cleansing can take care of that and make it better. Now, excuse me, let's talk about the top, the crown. Many women, some of my clients are thinning on the top of their head, on the crown here. Some are balding. Men bald hair typically as well. And that's like the crown area of your head. So this area of your head, it correlates to your circulatory system. So that's going to affect blood flow. And it also correlates to your small intestine. So your circulatory system, your blood, your heart, and your small intestine. So again, it goes back to digestion. Digestion is so important. So again, we go back to water and the importance of water. So there are certain essential oils, and there are various things that you can do to help stimulate hair growth. Ashley, do you have anything you want to share about stimulating hair growth for any part of the scalp?
Yes, I do. And I have a couple of essential oils here with me today. Talk a little about rosemary, peppermint, and tea tree. So rosemary is known for its anti-inflammatory properties, and it helps improve your circulation. And then we have a peppermint oil. It boosts hair growth. So these are oils that you can put in your shampoo, conditioner. You can add it in there. You can even mix it in a bottle like this, an applicator bottle, and apply it on your scalp with other natural oils like coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed, avocado oil, jojoba oil, Jamaican black castor oil, any of those, or all of them.
Yeah, castor oil, definitely.
Yeah. And then aloe vera, I don't have that here with me today, but you can get the actual plant and extract the gel from it. And we know that aloe vera is used for healing and what's the word? Kind of repairing those cells. And it does the same thing with your hair. It helps hair growth and prevent it from diseases on your scalp. Yeah. And then the last one that you don't need, and no oil is required for this, although you can rub the oil in your hand, have it in your fingertips, massaging your scalp. It's known for boosting your circulation, massaging, getting the blood flowing. It stretches the hair follicle cells to promote them to grow and allow them to be thicker. So
awesome. Perfect. So I want to add something about the rosemary oil. Very good for hair loss, especially alopecia. It is one of the kind of tried and true things that is really good for someone that is experiencing alopecia. Now, alopecia is when your hair falls out and you lose hair. Typically, they'll lose hair everywhere. So everywhere on the body that you would grow hair, someone that has alopecia will lose hair there. And so this rosemary can be used like for your eyebrows. It can be on your hair. It can be used for any area like that. You can dilute it with some of the oils that Ashley mentioned, like coconut oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, and such. Now, I do want to give a disclaimer. This is very important. 2 things. No child under the age of 4 should use rosemary. I'll say that again. No child under the age of 4 shall use rosemary. So basically, you only use rosemary for a child 5 and up. Okay, as an adult, it's fine. Now, this is the second thing. If you are on heart medication or blood pressure medication, you should not use rosemary. And the thing with that is because rosemary affects blood flow and circulation. So if you're taking medication to lower your blood pressure and then you're using rosemary, potentially your blood pressure can go lower. So high blood pressure, low blood pressure, neither one is good. You need to have a happy medium in the middle. So if you're using it sparingly, like once a week or something like that, and you're just using it on your scalp, fine. This is really more important if someone is going to ingest it, whether it's in a tea or it's in an oil or tincture or something like that. So if you're on high blood pressure medication or you have a heart condition, you don't want to use rosemary oil. You certainly don't want to use it often. You can use it very sparingly. Okay. And your child needs to be 5 years old or older to use rosemary on them, especially internally, but also for the scalp. Okay. All right. So there was something else. You mentioned peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is really, really good for oily scalps. So some people have too much oil in their hair or in their scalp, and it makes their hair really oily. And they're typically like trying to wash their hair every day or a couple times a week. And then the opposite of that would be the extra dry scalp, right? And then tea tree is good for that. And lavender is also good for that.
Have the tea tree here too.
Which one? Tea tree.
Tea tree is also for itching if you have an itchy scalp.
Yeah. Tea tree. And that would be great to put a few drops with some water on an applicator or a few drops with some oil, like coconut oil or something like that. And they do have liquid forms of it. So you can even do that. Jojoba oil, castor oil. I wanted to talk about castor oil a little bit because castor oil is known for its anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are having sores in your head, especially for women, men too, but mostly women who may have lupus or some other chronic illness that causes them to lose their hair or causes them to have sores in their hair, in their scalp, that is something that can be very helpful for them. So castor oil, it doesn't burn, it doesn't hurt. You can put it anywhere. If your feet are swollen, put it on your feet. If your knee is hurting, put it on your knee. You know, if your neck is hurting, put it on your neck. If you want to grow your eyelashes, you can put it on your eyes, you know, and you want to grow your hair, you can put the castor oil directly on your scalp. And then your hair also is very, very thick. So you may want to, if you're using it in your hair, you may want to dilute it with some type of coconut oil or something like that. Right, Ashley?
Yeah, or just use it sparingly.
Yeah, use it sparingly. So let's say, for example, that you have a little balding spot right over here. You can take some coconut oil and not coconut oil, you can, but castor oil, okay, and rub it right there. You can even mix some lavender and cedarwood oil, some rosemary with the castor oil, and then put that on your hair. And you can put it on different spots. That way your hair is not full of it, okay? Now, I want to give another disclaimer, and this is very, very important. When Ashley and I are talking about essential oils, we are specifically, unequivocally, and only talking about Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils. And the reason why is because this is the oils that we use. We use it on ourselves, we use it on our clients. We don't use any other oils. There are many different oils out there, but I can swear by, live by, attest to the Young Living Essential Oils product. Ashley has grown up on it. She's 19 years old. She's been using it for that long. I've been with the company since 1999, and we're in 2021, so almost 22 years. I've been using Young Living Essential Oil. Why? Because they are the purest on earth. So I need to put that disclaimer in, because I don't want you to say, well, Dawne said on her show, use lavender and cedarwood and put it with some castor oil, and then your hair falls out or you get a burning sensation on your scalp. These oils are tried, tested, and true. I've been to the farm. I've been to the research and development center. I've been to the corporate offices. I've been to the customer service center. I've been to the warehouse. Where else have I been? Where they're developing the product. Like, I've been all throughout the company with my own eyeballs, you know, that I've seen myself. And this is what I use, and it works. So I would be happy to provide any type of money back guarantee that you need, or that would give you confidence in trying this, because this is what I live by. This is the only oils that I've used. People have given me other oils because they're like, oh, she's into essential oils, and they give me some oils, but they are not the same. And so any oil that you have, I will do like a duo. Is that what you call it? Like a duel? Mm-hmm. And you can bring your oil and I'll bring my oil, and we'll go to the test. Okay. That's how much confidence that I have in the essential oil. So
you can smell the difference.
Definitely. That's the thing. You can smell the difference. And so I didn't prompt her to say this, and she brought up the essential oils herself even before I did, because this is how you live, right, Ashley?
Yep.
And this is what you do, whether it's for headaches or cramps or whatever, or hair growth, hair loss, what have you, dry skin. One time she fell or something, and you got some kind of scrape on your leg, and we use the essential oils, right? Bee stings and mosquito bites, and just you name it, we use the essential oils, but we only use the Young Living brand. So just keep that in mind when we talk about essential oils. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So we were talking about the crown of your head here and how it has to do with the circulatory area. There is an oil. It also comes in a tea form. Basically, God made it. Is from nature. And it is a cypress tree. And the cypress tree is known to provide aid for the circulatory system. It helps with blood flow and so on. So if you're using the cypress oil, you can then use that on your head. You can use that on your body. Again, if you are on any type of blood pressure medication, you have to limit your use of cypress oil because it increases circulation in the body. Okay. Geranium oil is very good for your skin, like your face, but it's also good for your hair. Specifically, it's good for oily skin. So if you have, some of us have combination, you dry hair and your oily hair or something like that, you can use different oils. You can mix and match, or you can mix them together and just let your body work it out. Actually, have you used essential oils on your face for anything?
I've used cedarwood for acne, or just, just hormonal pimples that I get here and there. I don't usually get acne, but when I do, I would use cedarwood.
And what is the
It,
what is the response? What do you notice?
it goes down. It usually dries it out.
So using, let's say, cedarwood oil on the period pimples, it helps to dry it out faster, is what you're saying?
Yes. Like some people may use toothpaste, but I would use that. And usually, if not overnight, then the next day, it'll be a full blown pimple the first day, and then it'll just be like just my skin. And then eventually the mark will heal.
Okay, awesome. Cedarwood is also very good if you have scarring. I cut my thumb a few years ago, and I cut it really deep and it just kept bleeding. And I remember being in the kitchen and I'm holding my thumb. I wanted to get my oils, but I couldn't really move because my finger was gushing blood. Do you remember that, Ashley? And I was screaming for you, bring me the oils, bring me the oils. And she brought the cedarwood oil and I was like, open it. And I'm like pouring it on my thumb. But it really did help the bleeding in like seconds, like no kidding. It was like 5 or 6 seconds. It stopped the gushing of the blood. So it would bleed again if I removed pressure. And my godmother lived across the street. She's a nurse. And so I told her about it and I went to show her and she said, no, you need stitches. I said, oh, darn. But I went to the emergency room to get my thumb checked on and stitched. And so funny story, I'm in the room waiting for the doctor and the nurse says, oh, we have to give you a tetanus shot. And I said, no, I don't need a tetanus shot. And she's like, oh, well, we typically do a tetanus shot when you cut your finger. I said, no, I cut my finger at home with glass. I don't need a tetanus shot. You know, animals have tetanus. There was no way I was going to have any contraction for anything. So she puts it in my chart. So the doctor comes into the room, and because I had used so much oils on my finger, the room smelled of oils. It was like such aromatherapy in that room. And he goes, oh, this smells really nice in here. And then he goes, I hear you don't want to get a tetanus shot. I said, no, I cut my finger at home on glass. There's no tetanus. He was like, yeah, you're right. So I'm like, if I didn't know that, they was going to give me a tetanus shot. So he was the follow-up to the nurse that was going to give me the tetanus shot. He was the follow-up, and I still refused. But I was able to refuse with confidence because I understand and I know the system, and I know there was no real need for me to have a tetanus shot. Since I cut my finger. So anyway, he loved the essential oils and he was like, yeah, I wanted to learn more about that. He's like, but I'm too old now. So he felt like he couldn't go back to school. And I was like, well, you should think about doing complementary medicine. And that's when he was like, yeah, I'm too old now. So he believed, even though he didn't know much, he knew that they helped. He just didn't know like what helps for what. But he knew that I was knowledgeable and I was educated. So they couldn't just tell me anything. They couldn't just force me to do anything that I want. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here doing this Wellness Wisdom Live, is because I want you to be more educated about your health. I want you to be more educated on how to take care of your body naturally and not just tell you what to do or what you should do or what you shouldn't do, but also to provide you products that are tried and true and testimonies that are showing you how these things work, because I'm not helping you if at the end you're not helped. If you don't see any change, if there's no change, if there's no progress, then it's not much help. I don't want to just give you information. I want to be that person that can help coach you, guide you to receiving the goals that you want, whether it's losing weight or gaining weight, whether it's dealing with your hormones or getting better sleep or growing your hair and things like that. Sometimes you just need help and you just can't get the results that you want on your own. And this is why you connect with someone, you connect with a coach, you connect with a master stylist so that they can help you take care of hair. I know sometimes that money is at play and budget's very important. And so you try to do your hair at home because you're trying to save money. However, you may not be able to take the best care of your hair at home, which is why you need a stylist. You find a stylist that you're comfortable with and you work with them, or you budget. The thing is this: we make time for the things that we really want. We find money for the things that we really want, don't we, Ashley?
Yep.
Whatever new you want, a bag, a hairdo, or whatever, you'll find the money. So it really is a matter of deciding what's important to you. whatever it is that you attribute value to, you're going to put the time behind it. You're going to put the finances behind it in order to get it. Why? Because it's of value to you. And so we just want to encourage you to put your health first. And that includes your hair, and that includes your scalp, right? Put your health first. Do you want to add anything to that, Ashley?
No, I think you said it, everything that needs to be said.
Okay. So let me go back to this chart really quick, and then we're about to finish up. So we talked about the front, and that's your excretory system, kidney, bladder, and sex organs. Then we talked about the crown right at the top, and that's your circulatory system, your small intestines, and your heart. We also talked about the sides here, and the sides are your lungs, your large intestines, and your respiratory system. We have two more parts. We have the back here. So this is in the back of your head, but it's kind of on the sides, right? So it's in the back, but it's on the sides of your head. Now that is your digestive system, your stomach, your pancreas, and your spleen. So in this area here of your scalp correlates to those four organs, your entire digestive system, including your stomach, your pancreas, and your spleen. Okay. Then we can talk about the direct back of your head and your hairline. Okay. And that is attributed to your liver and your gallbladder. So this works both ways. If you're having an issue with your gallbladder or your liver, you have gallstones or whatever, or you got your gallbladder taken out, you may notice that you'll have issues around your hairline, or you have hair loss there. Okay. If you're noticing hair loss there before you start experiencing any physiological problems, then now you know, like, maybe this is an area I need to check. Maybe I need to get a test. Maybe I need to drink more water and change my eating habits. I would say 9 times out of 10, changing your diet can cure almost anything, even cancer. Everything, anything, because everything that we put inside our body causes our body to react and to respond. I'm sure you've heard the old proverb or old adage that says, you are what you eat. So true. So if we're going to be eating things that's garbage, and garbage, not like eating out of the garbage, but eating things that have little to no nutritional value, our body is not going to have the nutrition that it needs to be healthy, to be strong, right? To grow hair, or whatever it is that we want to do. Because again, the body's always looking for balance. If you don't have the right nutrition and you don't have the right balance, you're not going to be healthy. Disease is only dis-ease. And you have the ability to change that. So first you have to take responsibility for your health and begin to make different changes. You know, I believe everything in moderation. You want to eat, you don't want to eat meat, you do want to eat meat, whatever. You want to drink soda, you don't want to drink soda. I say no, but moderation. So having, 5 cans of soda every day is obviously going to lead to poor health, is going to lead to diabetes and probably heart problems as well. But if you say, oh, I only drink soda at special occasions or on the weekends or something, that's some type of moderation. So figure out what moderation can be to you and begin to make changes. Most times people know when they're doing something that's not healthy. They know when they're doing something that's not good for them. And so when you know that, don't work against yourself, because that's not being true to yourself, right? And that's not being authentic. And if you're not being authentic, you're not going to show up right, and you're not going to feel good, but you're not going to feel good on your inner you. And that's important too. So show up for yourself properly. If you know that something's not good for you and you find it hard to stop, get help to stop. Okay, because sugar can be an addiction just like cocaine. Okay, so you get someone to help you to work through that. You can also detox to help get that out of your system, so that your liver, let's say, is not remembering that taste, that flavor, that need, and you're able to cleanse the liver, and then you don't have the need to have that sweet so much, just as an example. Okay. So
Okay, Jonda asked, one second, Jonda asks, do wigs dry your hair out? No, they do not. They are actually protective style. And even under that wig, your hair is still producing, your scalp is still producing a natural oil. And you are still able to oil your scalp, depending if you get it sewed down or not. But if you do prefer your hair sewed down, where you can't lift it up around the sides or the back, you can oil your scalp before you have that wig installment. But no, wigs do not dry out your hair. It has no negative impact.
And what are some other protective styles that they can do besides wigs?
Crochet, weaves, braids, soft locks, butterfly locks, any type of locks, twists, braids, even just with your natural hair, twist and braids.
Mm-hmm.
So little to no manipulation would be considered a protective style.
Okay. Now I have a question.
Way.
Is there a particular time of year like you should try to protect your hair more than another time, like seasonal, or does it not matter?
Yes, in the winter, just like our hair and skin is very much connected. So if we're feeling like our skin is getting dry in the winter, most likely it's your hair is having the same reaction. So dry hair leads to breakage and split ends. So we don't want that. So protective styles, I would say, mostly in the winter.
In the winter time. Okay, that's good information. Jonda had another question. She said, what about lace fronts? Do they tear the hair out in the front?
No, not with proper application and proper the takedown. Also, the takedown is the most important things. Everyone just wants to rip their wigs off and then wonder why their edges are gone. Well, that's why. There are glue removers that you can use. I don't have any to show you right now, but there are. I use glue removers. I think I use the I think from the meltdown, I use that glue remover, and it's oil based. So you may not even need a glue remover. You could probably find some at your local beauty supply, but something that's oil based. And then I do it by rubbing in circular motions, and it'll loosen up until it slides off. I know y'all can see my edges are still there.
So yeah, I always tease her. She's always doing her hair different, like feels like every few days, but sometimes it's a couple of weeks. But she finds it hard not to change up her hair, right, Ashley? How long have you had this?
I'm trying to make this hairstyle last.
Okay.
Or I put on a wig.
Doing it yourself is a lot of work.
Yeah. So all them hours, it's gotta make it worth it.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions. So basically a quick little recap. We talked about the health of your body also correlates with the health of your hair. We talked about the hair chart and your skin system, your body system, and how it's correlated. We talked about the fact that water is very important, not just for us to drink, but also has an effect on our hair as well as our skin. So if your hair and your scalp is very dry, it's probably one reason is that you're dehydrated and you're lacking water. So you need to replenish your water. And then we also said that not just to replenish your water, but it's important to drink healthy water. And we talked about alkaline water. And then I said, be wary of all of these brands now in the store about alkaline water. Basically, various companies, found out that this was trending and they wanted to get in on it and capitalize. But they're doing it at the expense of your health. So ask questions, research, text me, call me, email me and find out. I have a water machine here. Just let me know that you would like some healthy, electrolyzed, truly alkaline water, and you can fill up your jug here. Do that a couple times. See the difference that it makes in your body. See the difference it makes in your skin. See the difference that it makes in your hair. If it's something that you really like, I let you know how you can get it, and they have payment plans available. The other thing is that some people say, well, I can't go to a stylist because I don't have money, or I can't do my hair like this because I don't really have money. That is a lie. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's not true. You have money for whatever it is that you want because you will find a way. So if something happened to your car, God forbid, and it broke down, you got to get money to fix it, or they towed it. You got to get money out. You didn't have that money. That $150 towing fee was not in the bank, but you need your car. So you're going to find a way. That's the same thing I'm saying. Make a priority for your health. You invest in your health, your body will treat you better. You'll enjoy your body better. You'll enjoy life better. Also, you'll show up more authentically and true for yourself. So we have a whole list of products that we recommend, from shampoos and conditioners with natural essential oils in it. It's amazing. I love it because it's like aromatherapy in your bathroom when you're washing your hair. Oh, and the other thing that is so important, right, is you're standing in the shower naked, washing your hair. You wash your hair in the shower, and then the shampoo goes all the way down your body, right? What's the largest organ system of your body? Your skin. Your skin. So as your shampoo or conditioner is rinsing down your body, it's being absorbed into your skin. So if you're using a natural based shampoo and conditioner, you don't have to worry about the effects of that because there's no sulfates, there's no parabens, there's no ammonia, there's none of that harmful stuff that you don't want to have. Because this is the thing. In truth, in actuality, if you can't eat it, you shouldn't put it on your skin. So like I make a body scrub. And there's a sister, Selah V Boutique. She makes natural body products. You can eat the product. Would we recommend that you eat it? Not necessarily, but if it got ingested by you or by a child, let's say, you wouldn't have to call poison control. So if you can't read the words in the ingredient section, you probably shouldn't be eating it, which means you shouldn't be putting it on your skin or on your body. Okay. That is kind of a rule of thumb. What else?
One second. I want to answer Jonda by mentioning my hair business. SBAhair.com. You can find me online, where you can find wigs, things like that. And then my Instagram is Styles by Ashley. I have it here at Styles with a Z by Ashley. And then you can see all kinds of hairstyles and stuff that I do.
Yep. Very nice. You'll see me in there a couple times and her sister in there a couple times. She has male clients also. She does braids and twists and locks or refreshing your locks. And you did starter locks recently, didn't you?
Starter locks too.
Okay. So yeah, she can get you together. So at Dawne Horizon Spa and Wellness Center, we get you together from your hair to your toes. Okay, so I usually try to give you a spiritual connection, and that's one of the things that makes this wellness talk a little bit different. What makes this health and wellness talk a little bit different is because we can't have anything without the spirit. We can't have or prosper at anything without God. So I want to give you a couple of scriptures. And I want you to know that God cares about you. He loves you deeply, completely, and wholly. Whether you sin or you don't sin, he loves you. The Bible says that we're all sinners, okay? So it's impossible to live a life without sin. But the difference is we don't have to practice sin, okay? That's the difference. That means repeatedly doing the same things again over and over and over again. Now, God is faithful and he is just and he is righteous to forgive us of our sins. So when we do commit our sins and we ask for forgiveness, he will forgive us and reinstate us or restore us into righteousness with him so that there's no break in our relationship, right? Which we don't want to break relationship with God. So I want you to know that God cares about you. He loves you no matter what, no matter who, no matter when, no matter why. He loves you through and through, period. Okay? Now, here is a scripture that I love that attests to that God loves you so much and that he pays attention to the details so much that Matthew chapter 10, verse 30 says, even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So this strand and this strand and this little strand is all numbered, right? So important. And I heard a preacher say one time, so he said, even for y'all with lace fronts and wigs, like God knows the number of hairs on your head.
Oh my goodness.
Even for men who are losing their hair, God recalculates. He knows the number of hairs on your head. So funny. You can also find that in Luke 12:7. I'm reading from the New International Version, but whichever version you choose is going to be the same thing. The very hairs of your head are all numbered. So I thought that would be a great way to open up this part because it just shows how important you are to God. He cares about everything that you care about. And that's in scripture also. And then he says, whatever your cares are, cast them on me. Whatever your cares are given to me, I'll take them for you. I'll help you through it. I'll deal with this for you, with you, okay, on your behalf. And so it's very important. And why? Because this is part of our health. This is part of our wellness, whether it's hair growth, or just health in our body, whatever it is. It's important to know and understand that God is not making you sick. That he's not making you lose your hair, that this is not his will, that this is not his plan. His will for you is for you to prosper and to have an expected end. His will for you is to live long and strong. And the Bible promises 120 years. And if by reason of whether it's sickness, disease, infirmity, what have you, 80 years. So at the very least, we should all be living till we're 80 years old. So if we're not, there's something wrong. Okay, so do what you can to be healthy, to be strong, and to live as many years as you can live. So that was Matthew 10:30. Also, Luke 12, verse 7 is the same scripture. I like this one too. And this is Luke 21, verse 17 to 19, because I wanted to get it in context. Luke 21, verse 17 to 19. But this is the part that I pulled out. People will hate you but not a hair will perish. So even people that try to come for you, God got you. And he's like, you may go through some storms, you may go through some seasons, you may go through some trouble, but you're going to come out on top. You're going to come out okay. And you're not even going to lose one strand of hair. Hallelujah. Is that exciting? I think that's so exciting. Okay. I love the word of God. So excuse me, I'll get happy all by myself. Okay. Okay. So 1 Corinthians 11, verse 15, or in context, 11 verses 14 through 16. And basically this says, and this is your scripture, Ashley, for your business. A woman's hair is her glory and her covering, right? So your hair is your crown. That's your glory. And because God is the head of us, and God is the head of us as a whole, as sons and daughters, right? But God is the head of man, and man is the head of woman. And so we honor our God. We honor our God by covering our crown with our hair. Okay. And if you don't have hair, you can wear a hat. But I won't get into spiritual doctrine. Just know that your hair is your glory and it is your covering, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Now, I want to talk about the seasoned saints, some gray hairs. And I'm going to give you a scripture for that. But before I give you a scripture for gray hairs, actually, is there any like different way or special way or something that you might do different for gray hair, or does it not matter? Do you notice any difference or recommendation?
Yes, gray hairs to be stubborn, as some may call it, when styling. I think that they just need a little bit more moisture, a little more care, that they are more easily, or they can get dry more easily than melanated hair.
Okay, good. Okay, so Proverbs 16:31. For all you that have gray hair, don't feel bad. These scriptures will help you. Proverbs 16:31. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. Proverbs 16, verse 31. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. Okay. Proverbs 20, chapter 20, verse 29. Gray hair is the splendor of the old. So if you are at an age that your hair is graying, just know that you are splendid, honey. Moisturize your hair a little extra and wear your natural gray hair and be the beautiful, beautiful person that you are. Okay. Let's see. Did I cover everything? I have so much to share. We did all of the hair parts. Okay. So in closing, Isaiah 46, verse 4. This is from the New International Version. Isaiah 46, verse 4. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am he. I am he who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. I love that. Close your eyes and I'm going to read it to you again. So you close your eyes because when you close one sense, your other senses are stronger. Okay. So I'm going to read it again. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am he. I am he who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. Man, that is so powerful to me. That is so beautiful. Whatever you're going through in life, know that God loves you, that he cares for you, that he has a way for you. He's going to carry you through it, or he's going to sustain you through. But either way, you're going through it. Okay. We want to go through because we don't want to stay on the one side. We want to get over to the other side, right? So God is going to get us through. So this is your call to action. This is what I want you to do. I want you to acknowledge where you are. I want you to acknowledge your area of concern, whether you're losing here, or here, wherever. I want you to acknowledge your area of concern. And then I want you to assess your body systems. You can't do that, but I can do that. I have the tests for you that you just fill out a few questions, and that'll let you know what area of the body that is weakened and needs to be strengthened. So you can email me. I wanted to have a link, but I wasn't able to have it ready in time, but I can email it to you because the document is ready. And so one is to check your enzyme levels, and the other one is to check your hormone levels. Okay. And so that can let you know what area of the body that you need to work on so that you can experience health. Now, tonight's focus was on hair, but really this information can help with any area of concern of your body. It doesn't matter what body systems, but you also learn by looking at the chart, it may be an area of concern of your hair, but it also shows you the area in the body that correlates to that place in your hair. Okay, so it's all tied and connected is very important. So I want you to acknowledge your area of concern. I want you to get the test so you can assess your body systems, and that's free, no cost. And then I want you to choose your wellness experience. Do you want to obtain your results slow, medium, or fast? Okay. And then I will invite you to a private Facebook group where we can talk and communicate and share information so you can learn more, not just about taking care of your hair, that's important, but taking care of your body from the inside out. Okay. We can treat the fruit, we can treat the symptoms, we can treat the skin hairs, we can treat the balding from the outside. Okay, and we can get temporary relief, or we can treat the root cause from the inside and get permanent relief. I don't know about you, but I choose the permanent. Which one you choose, Ashley?
Permanent.
Permanent relief, yeah, because otherwise you're gonna always be plucking hairs and getting the wax or whatever. I did that one time. I said I will never do it again. It was the most painful thing in life, and I had 5 children. It was the most painful thing in life. I will never have my lip waxed again. I don't grow a lot of hair, but it's like little baby. You really can't tell. But yeah, I had it waxed one time, and that was excruciating. So for women that are growing mustache, chin hairs, facial hairs, and you got to do all this trimming, cutting, and everything under here, let's get to the root of the problem, and let's show your beautiful self in your splendor and your significance with your beautiful melanin, and get you experiencing optimal health. Any question, Jonda, or anyone else have any questions?
I see that Jonda says she dyes her grays. And I forgot to mention that I also am a hair colorist.
Okay.
Do all types of colors.
Okay. Good. What are some of the maybe pitfalls or things that people need to be wary or careful of in dyeing their hair at home?
Well, I don't recommend that altogether. I actually did someone's hair. She recently, I guess, seemed like this week that she dyed her hair at home. There's a lot of things that go into dyeing the hair, even after you color your hair, what shampoos you use. You added chemicals to your hair, you lightened it. Now you need to neutralize it. And you have no idea what shampoo you need to use. Just like relaxers. Now you need a neutralizer so that you can stop, make sure those chemicals are done processing. And then you need to clarify it. Then you need to moisturize or hydrate it. And you're just using whatever shampoo you find at the dollar store or Walmart. So that's why I don't recommend doing it at home. Even if you feel like you're the best colorist, what are those steps after you color your hair? And you're not seeing what's behind your hair. The girl, her color was nice overall when I had first seen it, but then I'm getting to style and I'm seeing so many spots that are missed, or like 5 different colors in her hair. And I know she doesn't know what it looked like in the back. So,
oh my goodness. Wow.
Spots that weren't even lightened. So it's a lot that goes into coloring, and I do not recommend doing that. I don't even color my own hair at home. I'm not sitting there with the mirror I don't have 3 hands. I will get my hair colored
by a colorist, by a stylist,
a professional stylist.
Okay, good. Question was, speak on heat on the hair frequently and heat damage.
Yes, so heat damage. I would make sure that you are using, or your stylist is using, heat protectors or some type of heat protectant to kind of act as a barrier from the heat directly affecting your hair on the inside of your hair cuticle. I would say how frequently you would straighten your hair. I don't straighten my hair more than like 2 times a year, 3 times if I'm feeling fancy. Or when I go get my hair colored, that's typically the only time I get my hair straightened, because you got that fresh color, you want to swing your hair and all that. So I wouldn't recommend it every week. Definitely not every week. Everybody's different, and a lot of people who get their hair straightened often may have really healthy hair, and it also depends on what shampoo you're using. Like I said, deep conditioning treatments. So if you like to straighten your hair a lot, add heat, I would recommend deep conditioning treatments, protein treatments, something to repair your hair.
What about like a hot oil treatment, or when
Yeah.
they put something on your hair, or like a steamer or something, and you sit under some special kind of like dryer type thing?
Yes, or deep conditioning under heat. The heat under a hair dryer allows it to really penetrate into your hair at a faster pace. And someone asks, transitioning from a relaxer to natural, any suggestions with that? If you're open to having shorter hair, I say just cut it all off completely. Or if you're not comfortable with having really short hair, you can grow your natural hair while like slowly cutting off that relaxer, but allowing your hair to grow. And just like doing that slowly.
And what
So
about maybe like doing like a protective style,
yep,
like
that's what I was gonna say. Yes,
the soft locks? Or, okay.
protective styles. You can also straighten your hair, but I wouldn't recommend doing that as a you trying to get your hair back healthy. So I wouldn't recommend doing that so that it can match your relaxer. You know what I'm saying? Like not like an everyday style like you would have done with your relaxer. It's okay to straighten your hair, but if you're trying to grow it out while cutting off that relaxer, I would recommend protective styles, weaves, wigs, braids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are there, and I want to ask about like alopecia again, because I was just remembering being in the salon one time and seeing someone. What type of hairstyle or any recommendations that you would give for someone that has alopecia? Obviously, they would be very self-conscious about their hair. What are some of the ways that maybe you can help that woman or that man who's experiencing balding?
I would recommend these oils that I mentioned before: the rosemary, peppermint, aloe vera gel, and just massaging. For the only time that I would say hair is unable to regrow is at a older age, because at older ages our hair, what's the word, some of our hair follicles are not able to reproduce that hair. What will happen is our cuticle will literally just like shrivel up, and it's just unable to regrow hair. But that only comes with old age.
Okay.
But rosemary, peppermint, good for anti-inflammatory, boosting hair growth, massaging hair, just like putting some type of oil, or just if you're just after your shower, just massaging your hair, even while your shampoo, deep conditioning. You want to get all around your scalp and massage with your fingertips, and that'll promote thicker hair growth.
Mm-hmm. And so I want to encourage husbands and wives. This is something that you can do for each other. This can be part of your self-care routine. This can be part of your couple time, that you're massaging one another's scalp for hair growth. It feels so good. And as I showed you with like this hair chart, you're not just massaging the scalp. You're almost massaging the body, because these areas in your scalp are correlating to the organs in your body. And so massaging the scalp can have a direct effect on those organs in the body. So, don't sleep on massage. It's very, very important. I'm a massage therapist. So even for the scalp, for the hair, it's very important, because it stimulates the hair follicles, and it promotes circulation. It promotes circulation in your body also. So I have my new clients to fill out a form when they come. And one of the things that I ask them is, are they under a doctor's care for anything? Are they on any medication? And what I'm looking to find out is, do they have high blood pressure specifically? And are they on medication? Why? Because if you just took your blood pressure medicine before you came for your massage, I may not be able to massage you then, or we're going to have to take your blood pressure after, because massage reduces your blood pressure, because it's so relaxing. It's getting the blood flow going. It's increasing your circulation, okay, which is going to affect your blood pressure. So if you're going to go get a massage, whether you're coming to me or you're going to someone else, make sure that you have at minimum an hour between when you took a medication and when you go for massage. Optimally 3 hours are better, but as long as it's between 1 and 3 hours would be good. If you've taken medication. Now, I'm using this term because some people do take a medication. I'm against medication for most things, not everything. There's a process. Let's just say it that way, okay? And there are a lot of natural things that you can do for high blood pressure. I know people, clients and friends that have been on blood pressure medicine for 20 and 30 and 35 years. I'm like, what? So if your blood pressure can't be regulated at some point on its own after 20, 30 years, you're just dependent on this medication now. And it's also having a negative effect on other organs. So my point is that there is a natural way to do anything, everything, whatever it is that you need. We're talking about hair loss. We can talk about mental clarity. We can talk about your emotions and anxiety and depression. We can talk about hair growth and hair loss. We can talk about cancer. We can talk about stroke. We can talk about heart disease. Anything, you name it, your Father God in heaven has made a remedy for whatever it is that you need. And I am that one that has been trained both spiritually and physiologically to be able to coach you, to guide you, and to direct you on what to do for your health. Okay. Coconut oil for hair and skin? Yes, absolutely. And so you can infuse your coconut oil with the various essential oils for the specific result that you're looking for. Okay. Like increased blood circulation, blood flow. And that was like, was it patchouli? Ylang Ylan's also very good. That's another essential oil that's very good for hormonal balance, but it's also good for to help your hair look more thick and shiny. So you can put that in your coconut oil, and this is the beauty of it. You can use it on your hair, your scalp, and on your skin as your body lotion. So once again, your skin is your largest organ. So if you can't eat something, then you shouldn't be putting it on your skin, because if you put it on your skin, it's going to be absorbed into your bloodstream. This is one of the reasons why I go to the gas station. I always wear gloves. So get yourself a pair of gloves if you don't do that already, because the molecules from gasoline is very, very small, and it's a very quick penetration into your skin, into your bloodstream. Okay, so you want to get the toxins out of your body so that you can feel more healthy and alive, right? We don't want to be diseased. We want to be healthy, healed, and whole. Oh, great, John. She says she uses it instead of lotion.
I want to add on to the coconut oil. It's good for your hair as a sealant oil. It's I would say it's the last oil to use after you're done moisturizing and stuff, because it seals in the moisture. So coconut oil, you can use it on your skin. I would say only use it on your face if you have dry skin. I have dry skin, so it's okay for me to use it on my face. But coconut oil can clog your pores. So if you have like oily skin, I wouldn't suggest using coconut oil on your face.
That's good to know. Okay. So if there's no more questions, we're going to just end here. Ashley, I want to give you an opportunity. First, I want to say thank you for being on my live. Thank you. Appreciate your time, your expertise, your information. What are any lasting words that you want to leave for the audience and your potential clients?
If you decide to book an appointment with me, you're making a right decision.
Okay. Now this
is the best for all of my clients. I don't put random hair products in your hair. I give you the best of the best.
Okay. Now these are my peoples. Okay, they trust me. Many of them, like Willie, Jonda, Deborah, they're here weekly. Okay. At some point or another, watching me do Wellness Wisdom Live. And I just want to say to each of you, I appreciate you so much. So can you give my people some kind of discount, like 5%, 10%, something like that, to say, you know, they sat, they listened, they watched, they got the information, incentive to come to you. So what can you offer them?
Let me check that real quick.
Do you have any holiday sales going on?
Yes, I'll do. Let's see. We could do a 10% discount. And if you would like to have a deep condition with an additional service, I do it's one or the other, a 10% discount, or if you are doing a service that includes a deep condition, I'll throw in a free deep condition.
Okay. So there you have it. You can get a 10% discount, or you can get a deep condition with another type of hair service that you have. I'm also doing some specials. I've been posting them. My Cyber Monday sale is still good. The Black Friday sale is still good for you guys. So yeah, check that out. Because I can't think of them all on top of my head right now. But the Black Friday sale was basically about memberships, because again, taking care of your body, you want to get to the root and not just deal with the fruit. So having a membership would help you with self-care and being consistent. And so, yeah, it is less expensive. You get to save money if you're doing a massage membership or a foot detox membership. And then for Cyber Monday, I did some of my special treatments like migraine treatment, joint pain treatment. What else? Aromatherapy, meltdown, things like that, that are on there that are discounted. So take a look on my page, and if you see something or you want something that you don't see, reach out to me and I'll see what I can do for you. Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing you here at the home salon, Jonda, or at the salon by the mall. So, and we can put that in there. Sensational Styles.
And I wanted to correct, you spelled Styles by Ashley with the E, S-T-Y. It's S-T-Y-L-Z by Ashley. So no E.
With Ashley. Well, how about a capitalize
You're
your
just
name?
taking notes.
Ashley. And I'm going to put at STYLZ by Ashley. Okay, Sensational Styles with Ashley. I'm going to put in Woodbridge.
Yeah, Sensational Styles is, the styles is spelled the same way for Sensational Styles.
Yeah, I did that. Okay, so for you Instagram people, you can't see this, but Sensational Style Salons in Woodbridge, Virginia, with Ashley at Styles by Ashley. Woohoo! Okay, so thank you all for watching. Thank you, Ashley, for being here. Tell the people how to find you.
Well, yeah, we already talked about that, the Styles by Ashley. And I believe you can find me on Facebook. I'm trying to get more active with using Facebook, but pretty sure you can find me by searching my name, Ashley Johnson.
Okay. Hey, Michelle, great to see you. I miss you and your family. Hope you all are doing well. Again, thank you guys for coming on tonight. I really appreciate you. I hope you like this new thing I'm doing with guests on StreamYard and everything. It's really pretty cool. I have more guests to speak on health and wellness and just women empowerment. So I'm looking forward to the things that I'll be bringing to you. Be safe out there. Enjoy your family, your friends. Take good care of yourself. Make sure you're getting your self-care. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Actually, next Wednesday will be at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. next Wednesday. So looking forward to seeing you then. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night.